I need you to get down, okay? Down? Down? What? Down? Come on, down. Hey there, Net Best Buddies, welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Ray, and today we're looking at Dragon Ball Super Broly. So Dragon Ball Z Super Broly is the latest installment in the Dragon Ball franchise, and it's finally making the character of Broly from, what is it, like 3 other movies? Yeah, now he's canon, so he counts. And they do a really good job with it. I really like this movie. But while I have you here at the beginning of the video, definitely go down and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the videos that I do put out. And my question in this video is, what non-canon element of the Dragon Ball franchise do you want them to make canon, much like they did Broly? For me, it's absolutely Super Saiyan 4. I don't know how exactly they would incorporate it, but I really like the look of Goku and Vegeta when they're in that form. I think it's really cool looking. Frieza returns to Earth in an attempt to use the Dragon Balls and brings a new warrior with a tragic past to take down Goku and Vegeta. So I've been a fan of Dragon Ball Z ever since I was a little kid watching it after school on Toonami, and I loved everything up until the end of the Frieza arc, and then, you know, I liked the rest of the stuff too, but up through the Frieza arc was when I thought the lore and the story made the most sense. Dragon Ball Super, haven't really watched any of that, maybe I'll get into it at some point, but just because I haven't really watched any of that didn't make me lost at all during this movie, which was good. I like that they, you know, had little snippets of things for people who have watched that show, but I've just strictly watched these 2 movies and I wasn't lost at all. We've seen the story of Broly and the story of the Saiyan homeworld being destroyed plenty of times, but I really liked this revised version of it. They devoted a lot of screen time to that portion of the story. They really fleshed out Broly, gave him a lot more to do than just being some brainless kind of thug who's just super strong. And I really like that. There's a lot of great humor in the movie, a lot of it sticks, and I think that the reasons behind the 2 people wanting to collect all the Dragon Balls on Earth is hysterical. I thought it was really funny, and I really like the rationale behind their reasoning for those wishes. The animation is gorgeous in what I like to call its 3 tiers. They've got the normal 2D animation for everything, which looks really good. They've got a more toned down 2D animation where it's not as detailed, and that looks good also. And then they've got sort of 3D animation going on with even some of the characters being 3D at moments, and a lot of the explosions that would be visually very hard to portray 2D as 3D, and that was gorgeous too. My only problem with that is they mix and match it at some points, and it doesn't really flow well when they mix certain elements like 3D and 2D and low-res 2D, but then they have the 3D elements. It's a little jarring. It's not terrible, but it's noticeable. Another thing about the animation is during one of the fight scenes, you actually take on a point of view perspective of one of the characters, and that was really interesting. I really liked that. Bringing up the fighting, it's awesome. It's really great. There's a moment where 2 of the characters are punching each other through what I can only imagine is different dimensions. That was weird. Is that in Super, the TV show, or the anime? I don't know. If it is, more for it, but, you know, it was weird. So I really wouldn't consider this a spoiler at all, because it's been in the marketing and it's kind of everywhere. There is a fusion character that gets brought back, and they do the fusion dance, and that was cool. I liked that element where you have Goku and Vegeta doing the actual fusion dance that they did in the Majin Buu arc. My issue is, they use the exact same jokes that they used in that anime in here with the 2 mess-ups with the fat transformation, the old man transformation, and I was like, can you give us like different screw-ups? Like, I don't know, maybe one of the transformations has someone with like elongated limbs or big head mode or, you know, something. Not the exact same thing we've already seen, because that just felt a little lazy to me. So I did think that the ending was a little predictable, especially after a certain point. But that being said, it is still an extremely entertaining movie. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to the adventures and the characters that they set up at the end of this movie. I went into this movie not really knowing what to expect and hoping that I wouldn't be lost not having watched the show, but the film does a great job of recapping fans on the anime and also giving us a great retelling of the legendary Super Saiyan story. Dragon Ball Super Broly gets an 8 out of 10. Much like they did with these 2 movies, I wonder how many episodes in the anime they're going to split this one up into to, you know, add as some sort of filler. If it's anything like the trend, this one had 14, this one had 13, so maybe 12? I don't know. Let's find out. So that's my review for Dragon Ball Super Broly. It was a great time, and I loved seeing these characters that I grew up with after school. on the big screen in all their glory. It was a lot of fun. Theaters were packed too. Like, I was shocked. But I mean, there are a bunch of nerds out there, so we come out in droves. So, as always, thanks for watching the video. It means a great deal you're continuing to watch the videos that I do put out. Definitely go down and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the content that I do put out. Give the video a like, share with a movie-loving friend, and let me know down here what elements of the non-canon Dragon Ball series that you want brought back. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.